Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you all for being here today. It's a hot one today, really hot. So I hope everyone is someplace cool, drinking a lot of water, liquids, and just taking care of yourself. That's important, especially in this heat. This heat is really like something else. So I hope you guys are doing well and thank you for the new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Let's keep these topics going. Sometimes it's important because sometimes what happens is that people let me get my hair together, guys. I can't see before I get on. I try to, but anyway, um, it's important to keep this going because, like I said, there are people out there who really need to hear these messages. Because over the weekend, I've been talking to a few people, and some people don't open up, but just from conversating with me, I see that these people are going through grief and other situations related to grief. And sometimes they don't have a support system. Like I don't have a physical support system besides my therapist, where I have friends I could sit down and talk to, etc. And I understand that. And I was talking to somebody who was going through really difficult time. And it's important to listen and hear what they're going through because we never want anybody to be in a space where they are so depressed that they are in despair. That could lead to other things that it should never lead to. It's important to build up people. We're in a world today, and I have to talk about it because it kind of pisses me off. Like we're in a world today where it's fake love, fake friends, fake relationships, fake kisses and hugs. And, you know, it's important to me to be my authentic self, because in a world we live in today, people need to be built up, and they need to know that anyone that they're in contact with, that they're communicating with, that those individuals are there to support them and build them up, not be a fake friend. When I see things that are not real, know what people really going. I want to take care of people and and do that, because it's so much. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to see. I can't see what my hair looks like, so I'm trying to yeah, like that. So it's important to build people up. Just hearing stories from other people of what they've been going through and how they're going through it, and I share my story because I go through it too, you know. But one of the things that I do different now, I transmute the negativity and toxicity and I give it to God. It's just like I talk about it in a way like a student loan. You guys out there who have student loans, after some time go by, they sell it to another vendor, and then all the information and the loan. That's how I see it when I'm talking to God, just transmuting that, because I refuse to have toxicity and toxic individuals in my life. To the point where I was listening to something this weekend, and someone was talking about a relationship that ended, and that this person was so malicious and vicious because I guess the person in question, which I don't give names and specifics, but the person in question here wanted out because it was toxic and they was tired of it. And that person wanted to go to their job. I don't know if they went to their job to try to cause them to lose it. People, is it really that serious? If someone doesn't want to be with you, why force it? Instead of let things happen naturally and ask, and a person involved should ask themselves, why does this person not want to be with you anymore? You know, and instead of going and trying to mess up their life and do things, etc. And I talk about it too because I had a situation like that, had a few like that. And I just tell people, you do what you need to do, but I'm gonna transmute that energy and give it to God. And when God look at it and he see, that I'm over here, my corner, minding my business and building me up and healing, I'm not behind the scene trying to hurt somebody, you tear them down, then God is going to return that energy back to the individuals who are sending that out. And I'm talking about it when I talk about these things. I'm talking about my own experiences that I've seen. Because, like I always say, on this channel, that as I put God first and have faith in Him and talk to Him like I'm talking to you guys right now, that's how I talk to God. I see that's not how it is at all. I used to believe that. I see God working in my life as I become my authentic self and be my authentic self and talk to Him, without the profanity, people, because we're talking about God, and talk to Him like I would if I'm talking and having a conversation with boundaries. And, it's very difficult for me and I thought it was a family member, but it wasn't. I asked the question and the attitude that I got because they can't, people don't like the changes in me, family and old past friends and relationships. They just don't like the change in me. They prefer the old version of me being subservient, just doing what they want whenever. If they call me whenever and they want something and I run, jump, skip, and hop. That Lisa Vaughn doesn't exist anymore because the Lisa Vaughn I am today has healed all those things, and I am not in that space anymore. And so when I got the message that it wasn't a family member and the attitude, whatever, and I just said, because this is the second time I got this, I just cut off, said, take care, cut off, block, and delete. I have no time for toxicity. And I'm not talking about a disagreement because we all have that. We're human. We have bad days. I'm talking about toxicity. People are wishing bad on you and you working hard and taking care of yourself. You're not bothering them. You're not wishing any of this on them because they don't like your perseverance. They don't like that you heal. They don't like your relationship with God. So they're behind the scenes. And that one bothered me a lot that I had to cut. When it comes to family members, and when I watch the Waltons a lot, any of you who know about that, and I really wish I had that kind of family setting and environment, but it doesn't expose and have our back. And then others of us have families that could care less what happened to us, and I don't, for so long I've been into that type of person. Want to resolve it, will resolve it, talk and whatever. But doing this and that, I'm not that person anymore. So cut off, block, and delete. And sometimes we have to do that in order to have peace. Because for me, it's better to have peace than be in pieces. So you guys are taking care of yourself, investing in your health, your mental and physical health. Like I said, it's everything. Without that, you can't take care of yourself or anyone else or anything around you. It's important to keep going, keep moving. Even if you feel like you don't see any results, as you keep going and persevering, biting, crawling, and chewing through, it will happen. I promise you that. And go to God, ask Him to help you because He is the source, and just meditation. Take time out for yourself, even if it's 2 hours a day, an hour a day. Take that time to yourself so that you can regroup. It's just like if it's a person who's working and working and not taking a vacation. It is so good to take a vacation because when you come back to work, you can regroup, and in that manner, So it's important to keep going. Don't give up on yourself. This is investing in you. It's so important. And the title, I'm talking a lot, but I didn't tell you guys what the topic of discussion was. The topic of discussion today is know what you deserve. That's important because sometimes, as we start to grow, heal, and evolve, we start to self-love. And that's important that we love ourselves because how do we expect anybody else to love us if we don't even love ourselves? In the world we live in today, As you start to grow, heal, and evolve, you start to realize that you do not deserve toxicity, you do not deserve lies, deception, cheating, and third party situations. And when someone come to me with that energy, it's an automatic no. And sometimes they try to wear masks to behind that, but I see right through that, and I'm not interested in any of that. And I just shut it down, cut off, block, and delete. So it's important that as we start to grow and do the work, know what you deserve, and don't let anybody make you feel bad about it. you know when you start to heal and to love on yourself, you begin to set boundaries as well. It's important to set boundaries with people, because otherwise people just walk all over you, do whatever they want, when they want, how they want. And as you start to put yourself first, and you start to grow and heal, and start to do the work, you realize that you have to set boundaries with other people, especially toxic people who are trying to invade your space and be intrusive in your life. It's so important. Any type of relationship or family situation, all of those things are supposed to enhance your life, not destroy it. I have some notes here, not a lot, but a few. Sometimes setting boundaries with other people, they don't like it. How dare you set a boundary with me? How dare you, But what I do is stand my ground, because I'm not letting anyone bring toxicity. Because if you are in a space of healing and you're on that path and journey to heal, you're very serious about it, we fall down, yes, but get right back up again and get right back on a horse and keep going. You know, how do they say it? Brush the dust off you, climb back on that horse and keep going. Never give up on investing in you, and never allow anyone to tell you not to do that. And it doesn't mean you're conceited or narcissistic or anything. And what happens is you might look around and find that you don't have a lot of people around you as you did before. You don't have a lot of folks in life as you did before, because folks don't like this, and they may disappear. Don't let that discourage you, because I was feeling that way at first. And then when I started to do the, you know, what is that I'm going to say? It's like I start to do the pros and the cons, because my therapist had me doing some work. Okay, cons to the table within your life, and the con list outweighed the pros. So why do I need these people in my life? Because I'm the one being afraid shoes. I will pray for them, talk to them. But when I needed something, I'll take a look at what's happening. And as I did the pro and con list, I realized that these people were nowhere around. I was just giving everything. And I felt like I was being drained like a vampire, that comes and just drain, the energy out of a person. And that's what it felt like. So when I start to realize that, I start to make some changes. I would start to talk about it and tell people how I felt, without having an attitude, but really having a real conversation. They didn't like it. And it's like, but I'm not allowing this in my life anymore. So, we can set some boundaries here and A, B, C, and D, and they didn't like it. When they continue to cross those boundaries, I cut off, blocked, and deleted, because they didn't believe me. As I said, I'm not the same person as I was before. And what I don't understand about all this is somebody need time out to take care of themselves. That's a good thing. It's a positive thing. And if someone feels some kind of way about it, to think about their own life and just things with it, guys. It helps us to sit and look at our space in our life and help us to make changes, positive ones. And that is so important. And me, let me tell you guys something about what I'm still going through, which is difficult. I had a conversation with my sister, one of my sisters, not too long ago, and we were talking about visiting mom's grave. And all of a sudden, I just felt choked up, and